Hey there, chart friends. Lamont here from JKS, checking in on the solar sector. And oh no, I will not be doing NEE anymore. I will be doing, I think, an ETF, clean energy ETF. Or someone on YouTube requested it. So, and I think NEE hasn't been. Oh, actually, I think NEE did do something today. They did do something today, but whatever. I already said I would make the change, so that's fine. And we're still range bound. Oh, that short got crushed. All right, well, let's just stick to the programming. All right, so tan was obviously solar is one of the sectors that would benefit from a Democratic majority, and so saw a big gap up with like EV and marijuana names and all that. I don't know, good stuff, you know, all that good stuff. So what are we looking out for here? We had a big gap up, and there was some chaos by the end of the day. It led to some selling, but I mean, it's still a very strong day, right? Highest close ever, all time high. Wait, no, I'm sorry, it's not all time high, but we're gapping over that. Not, I shouldn't say gapping. Bulls are trying to make their way over these key resistance levels here, right? So I mentioned sometime recently that just getting over this close, holding over this close is a pretty good look. 104.40. It's a pretty good look for bulls. It's let's see over here, right? Yeah. Wait a second. The close was a 102.50, excuse me. All right. So just staying over that is a pretty good look. This 102.50 level, right, that we were consolidating over it, that was a very good look that we only got that one close for the most part under it. And now obviously we've gapped up, right? So bulls are looking really strong in the sector. Now that we've tagged the resistance line of the channel, I wouldn't be surprised by a median line test. So if the bulls can like kind of grind sideways and then come down for that median line test, that would be probably better, right? You don't want to see a collapse right after a strong move, right? This is a lot of volume on the, oh, didn't mute my computer. Noob mistake. How unprofessional. I apologize. All right. All right, so potential that the hourly higher low is being set here at 113.61. We just want to make sure the 5-minute trend changes to the bulls to be confident that that's happening. I don't think it did yet. It has not. I look very similar to one of the names in the EV. I forget. Workhorse? Yes. Pretty similar look. I guess that would make sense, right? That these sectors would be correlated because again, they're bullishly correlated to a Democratic majority. What was I doing? What chart was that? All right, so potential for like a bit of a head and shoulders look here, and we know that we're at the resistance of this macro channel, so we won't be surprised by any consolidation. But right now, the hourly trend is still very healthy. But if we pull back any deeper, then the odds of an hourly lower high will increase, especially if we lose these EMAs as support, right? So, but that being said, right now we're just looking for a 5-minute trend change to set it at an hourly higher low. Obviously, this didn't happen. I forgot about the Senate run for the most part, the runoff for the most part. I didn't really think about that for those trades. Silly me. However, this trade was nice, right? This is exactly what I'm talking about. If you watch the EV videos and you're looking to get cute shorting Tesla or any of these blue sky bulls, the other one was Plug, I believe, mentioned in the EV video. If you watch those videos, this is exactly what I'm talking about, right? The only time that I ever like to short is when I have a nice macro structure that I can use as a guide for resistance because there's no price action resistance, and then also hourly extension, right? As much extension as I can possibly get, and the hourly, got torqued, right? It was, yes, it was quite overbought, and it even kind of had like a, some RSI resistance up here. All right, if you blow up your RSI and you zoom out, you see what I'm talking about? Very often, like you can kind of get, like, I like to do this, right? I'll have a line where a lot of the times the RSI turns there and another one there, right? Because that's the extreme, right? And then usually I'll find like a middle one too. So if I was looking for like a shallow play, then it'd probably be this one because you can see that, roughly you get a lot of hits there and then retraction, right? So anyway, that's how I like to do it. And so I would have been watching that channel resistance, knowing that I'm daily, hourly oversold, and then looking at this daily, knowing that we're testing when it was at the top of the wick, it was probably testing this top one too, honestly. Well, maybe not as high as 87, but like in the 85 level, and that's good enough, right, to start looking for a potential short. Just a quick fade, I'm not saying ride this to the median line. I don't know if it'll get to the median line. For all I know, it will come here and just grind up a little bit, right, and then maybe just goes parabolic. I have no idea, but for a little flip, right, to position, right, because if you enter off that channel and then you put your stop, you chop it up when you test this EMA, right, that's plenty of gain to chop up a position, and then you put your stop over there. Who cares if you get stopped out? And then if it gets to the median line, great. You got a way bigger win, right? Awesome. So anyway, that's how I like to do it. If you watch the EV videos, this is exactly the kind of play, the all-time high short that I like to look for. Okay. All right, so that being said, if the bears can step in tomorrow, defend this high of 119.27, break to lower lows over 113.61, they will change that hourly trend, and we will be looking for that daily higher low with anything over 97.64 being one. Bingo, bango. I don't know why I just said that. I thought I was done for some reason. JKS. All right, so JKS looking for that daily lower high now after breaking this every day with a lower high pattern. So right away, this is a bit of a red flag, right? You look at our ETF TAN. Oops, not TASN. Dang it. Look at our ETF TAN. Big gap up green day. Gap and go. Well, I guess not. Yeah, gap and go and then go back. So my point is it closes a green candle and it's relatively strong. JKS, you know, it didn't like fade the entire day, but obviously this is not a strong close, right? Ideally, bulls would have closed nearer to the high of day, right? So that being said, all we really care about is this consolidation structure, right? Whatever the heck this is it going to be a bull flag? I don't know, but it's still looking pretty strong on the weekly time frame, right? We are holding this 80 MA, just grinding sideways. Bears try to take it below. We broke this price action support and then bounced right back up to the high end. I got a little faked out over there, thinking perhaps that was the confirmation, but no, we're just seeing some more weekly sideways. Kind of looks like a brontosaurus, a sauropod. Okay. Anyway, what are we looking out for here? So I really just like the channel stuff, to be honest. So if I was looking for like a higher low, if I'm trying to get aggressive here, I would probably be looking to get aggressive off the median line. If I can also get confluence off like some pivots to the left, right? So knowing that I'm looking for this hourly higher low, well, okay, unfortunately that play already happened, so I don't love it. And we're looking for an hourly higher low. I don't really love that either, honestly. I'd really just prefer to look for the short up here, right? Hourly overbought into all those resistance levels, and you know, just knowing that this is a weekly consolidation pattern, right? So the potential of you getting stopped out here is there, and you should accept it, because if it does break out as consolidation pattern, then there could be a lot of momentum, right? So, you know what? Maybe I'll try butterfly on this. It might be tricky to pin it. Well, just bear with me for a second here, please. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna try butterfly, maybe. Cheaper than messing around with commons. Okay, anyway. Sorry about that. Okay, so that being said, I wouldn't hate a short here. You know, if you were banking on the channel resistance to hold, all these tops got put in here, hourly overbought, looking for that daily lower high. I think that's a very good shot of a short there. That being said, you know, realize there's also the catalyst, right? And JKS can be a tricky one. It can be a really wild mover. So respect your stop losses, make your plan before going in. You know, this is not a ticker that you really want to fire out at the hip at. You don't. I mean, you never really should be firing at the hip when you're taking trades. But you know, I'm certainly guilty of like market ordering in and out for like intraday futures. But for a mover like this, you know, these huge percentage swings, you know, just that's massive. Just be careful. Okay, respect your stop losses, size appropriately, be mindful of slippage if you're going to take these shorts in a macro bullish consolidation pattern. All right, so this is really the trade that, if it presents itself again, I think would be the best trade. You know, if we can dump down here, get the hourly oversold, get the daily, well, daily's not going to be oversold, but get the hourly oversold, get the 4-hour oversold, get the everything from the 1 minute up to the 4-hour oversold, that would be great. I don't know if yeah, up to the 4-hour potentially, that would be great. Even if we lose this low, I don't care, right? Because look how many times that lower low has come without any follow through, right? Oof. All right, so this is exactly what I'm talking about. Why you got to respect those stops and size appropriately, right? So obviously the trade was no good today. Run saw some all-time highs, and why didn't it work? Well, because it's just too beast mode, right? You have too much of a catalyst, too much of a news-driven catalyst. There's just too much bullishness on it, and so we broke right to new all-time highs. That's interesting. It's one of the stronger names. So now we can definitely be looking to make a daily higher low play. All right, so let's see here. Kill this short box. Alright, so let me just grab the lowest close here. That's just how I like to do it. Grab the highest close there. Alright, well that's a lot of range. Maybe. Maybe we can look for this potential trendline resistance here. Yeah, perhaps we got that channel structure wrong, right? And if because you do get a lot of hits down here, so if you were to zoom in, yeah, that's not bad. Median line looks reactive and looks good. Yeah, I don't hate this. So let's see. Let's work with this structure now moving forward. And if that's the case, then nabbing a potential higher low, maybe like that, right off the median line, looking for the potential for that gap to fill as well. Something like that. I don't hate something like that. Maybe don't start at the gap. Oops. All right, and I don't know if we'll get hourly over, so I really doubt it. Yeah. But we might get 5-minute over there. Yeah, like 15. Yes, I don't hate this. I like this setup. Okay, so for run, looking for that daily higher low. If we were to see some an hourly trend change, we'll be looking for that daily higher low. And I think this is a very reasonable play, right? Just looking for the potential of what the heck? Why did this change already? Just looking for the potential of this channel to hold median line. I mean, for the median line and the ADMA, and then these previous this previous little cluster, right? There was this high close over here for this little daily consolidation thingy. Yeah, and we would look for that fill for a potential gap fill as well, so that would cover a bunch of different levels that a lot of short-term traders might make plays off of, right? So like just think about it like that. When you're trying to position for plays, if you can align yourself with as many short-term traders as possible, then together they'll create enough momentum typically for you to be able to get that little relief bounce and then protect your position. All right. All right, FSLR. Okay, beauty. We only got one fill, but nice follow through today. 10%er, not bad. Oh, it's actually more than 10%. My goodness. Right, so we're still looking for that target. I think whenever we come down and test the channel support, I think it's typically good for a median line test. So this target is just because I'm expecting a lower high before all of these guys over here. So that's really all that was, right? So ideally, if you took this trade, you would have already taken profit and you're just looking for that additional target now. And I think just, leaving the stop right there is fine, right? Because if you took profit on this fill anywhere here, obviously your break even is below somewhere down here, right? So, your new RR becomes, this is no longer the RR and it becomes something like, like this, right? There's no risk on it anymore, right? So hopefully that's how you've managed your trade and you're not really sweating the consolidation that occurred at the end of the day. The bulls are taking back this daily 8 EMA as support right now. They got to close over it again. This daily trend change to the bears did not see much follow through. So pretty good look for bulls, just grinding this big macro channel structure up still. And what are we looking out for? Well, bears can be scouting for a top fishing play right up here if we can get hourly extension. But if there continues to be euphoria in the markets and response to the Democratic win and heat in the sector, then be careful with the shorts, right? So I would prefer looking for hourly higher low plays, daily higher low plays, but right now there's just not that much range to do so. If anything, I would prefer another channel play, right? Like if we can break this low and not see any follow through, like if we can get hourly oversold, into here somewhere, I think that'd be fine. All right, so yeah, just another channel play. I don't think you would get the hourly extended, but that's it. for FSLR. All right, and now ICLN. It's a clean energy ETF. It had really good volume traded on it. It's like over 1 million. Yes, it's 21 million volume. I'll take it. And the chart is really strong, all right? So, okay, yes, NEE is finally starting to do something, but ICLN, it's already doing things, and the chart's strong, and whenever we pull back, we will be looking for a healthy daily high or low with anything over 27.39 being one. Weekly time frame is all bulls. Oh, it's not an all-time high. My goodness, interesting. Started trading in 08. Wow, okay. Well, whatever the case may be regarding the all-time high, we are in an area of very little resistance, right? So we'll be looking out for maybe this level here to offer some short-term resistance maybe, and then I'll take a look at this lowest close, right? Oops. Bloop. All right, so we're looking up at like 37 right now, maybe a bit more range to work with. My goodness. All right, so let's see if we can get some structure going for, what is it again? ICLN. No, I don't love that. Let's see. And that won't fit. All right, let's see here. My goodness. All right, so I guess maybe we can try a. It's gone parabolic, really. So we'll probably want to be cautious with this. I wouldn't be surprised if we came back down to trend, right? Like to just like a trend line, right? Because even this is a really steep trend line. So would not be surprised by that after this name has gone parabolic. But that being said, we would just be looking for a daily high or low over 27.39 first. You know, I don't anticipate 1 or 2 days straight down. That would be pretty wild. This is really big volume as well. And we are just looking for an hourly high or low. So if that's not it, if we don't get it there, then we are just looking for an hourly high or low with anything over 29.26 being one. So if we can get 5-minute oversold anywhere over there, that would be a good look. There's not a lot of price action to work with, I believe. Let me just double check again and make sure that I'm not in an area here. Yeah, there's not much to work with over here. Hold on. Yeah, so prices over here, there's not a lot of price action history here, and there's not a lot of volume traded back here, so it definitely means a bit less to me. But either way, I'll mark that level off because it is the last one in that structure to the left. Okay, and it's right there. I mean, honestly, for me, the next play that I like is a daily high or low attempt, right? So if we can pull back to test the ADMA, get hourly extension, that's really what I like to see, and it's not even close. So let's see what the 15-minute. All right, so it would yeah, I think I would just be patient. Wait to maybe bottom fish off where this got back tested. I know that because this ray is running all the way back there, that's where that meaningful close from 08 is. So I mean, if you're comfortable, like if your account is large enough to accommodate for this much range, then I don't really hate this. It's obviously it's a lot of range to scale in on, but I don't hate this. If we can get, looking for this daily high or low, right? That the daily high or low, then somewhere in this area, or maybe even just to one fill to base, right? So if you get all 3 fills here and we just start going sideways, I imagine we can at least come up the test like for a lower high. So this is a situation where I'd probably just look to approach it more easily by using more range and sizing down. All right, so this would just be looking for that ADMA hold, looking for a daily high or low. All right, I think that about covers it. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you all soon.